I got this new single, Fire and Ice. It's sounding good.
Great, right on. You got your special privilege radio station to get that one, and that's not even released.
That's what's up. It's going into rotation this Thursday.
Yeah, awesome. We have our new album coming out, so we're pushing a series of singles, including that one there, plus Roots and Culture, Return of the Righteous, and Kingston Town. So we have a whole lot of music coming your way from us.
Oh man, and it is of high quality.
Good, got happy to hear that.
So how's the road been treating you?
Really good, very nice. We've been playing at some really excellent shows. Let me see now, we started in Seattle, so we did Seattle, Tacoma. We've done Portland, Eugene. We went on our way now from Boulder, Colorado, where we had a studio day yesterday. We were in Denver the night before that. We're heading to Durango tonight, then followed by Phoenix, followed by Flagstaff, and then we're coming into California territory. Back in San Diego. I think we have Hermosa Beach, San Diego, San Francisco, Santa Rosa, and then finally, of course, right on the river in Percy. And then we're going to be going forward to Bend, Oregon, and also Applegate, Oregon. Then we're heading over to East Coast to do Philadelphia, New York, and then we're heading to Germany, Austria, and Belgium.
Oh man, the road is
being... back to Reno for Burning Man at the end of August, and then after that we follow up with 2 days in Florida, Jacksonville, and West Palm Beach.
Oh man, the road is being very good to you.
That's the third of this leg of the tour series, and we're going to be back in California again, a very big one. We're headlining the Unity Festival. So we want everybody to come and support, because also it's a good cause, to help research and treatment for our children with cancer.
Oh man, yeah. Now when is that going to be and where?
That one's the 15th. 14th of September.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to everything we have. Give thanks for the opportunity that Jack gave us to work and play our music to our brethren and sisters. But we don't forget that, because there's no amount of bigness or smallness where you can leave out Jack.
Right. Play them all.
That's where the power comes from, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So you still rocking with the same band members? Any changes?
We have a couple changes in the band. Right now we have a new guitarist, Mr. Omar Francis.
Okay.
And we still have Jazz Lazarus as lead guitar, of course, Leon Campbell on the drums, Colin Young on the bass, Stephen Yule on vocals, Paul Smith keyboard and vocals, and then finally we have now another new addition, a lady this time, by the name of Yasmin Brown. So she has been touring with us as well. So you'll get a chance to hear her both recorded and live with us also. That's it.
Oh man, that is just wonderful. So
the family is growing, and we're just giving thanks for every single day. A perfect day, like super warm summer day, birds and butterflies are out, and we're in the legal state of Colorado.
So man, give us some tips. You always got like a good upbeat spirit and a positive message. Can you talk to the listeners about staying positive even in tough times?
I would love to talk to my brothers and sisters about staying positive. And remember one important thing, which is the unity of each other, the family, community membership. I don't mean necessarily in your household, but in your community, in your school, in your church, wherever your groups of people are. This is where our power comes from, our positive love and happiness, energies. That money doesn't make us happy, nor does things. So, we need to get away from that sort of distraction of material cares and focus forward on our children, our family. I mean, there are people out there right now who, you feel lonely, but there's some people more lonely than you. So imagine if the two of you get together, none of you will be lonely. You see what I say? So these are just some of the more simple things we want everyone to take it forward to the roots. We're just basic in our approach to things, like each day we live. We're not stressed out about time. We just see the sun come up. We give thanks for that day. Make it the best day we can. Give thanks for that evening when we go to rest. Send out positive vibrations for everyone we love and not as much for yourself. Right? And in return, this will be reciprocated onto you.
Right. That's a good message. That's strong word right there.
Yeah, Yeah, and I will say it's not about me being up here and you being, 'cause I need it from you too, and I need it from everyone too. There's times that I also feel sad or lonely or, downtrodden, seen? And the power of the people, 'cause Rasta power is people power. So, it's the power of our love of each other and the things we can do together as a people, and this is regardless of religion, race, creed, economics, etc. Saying this is just people, humanity.
Right. What do you think is part of your success as far as you guys staying booked on the road? A lot of artists are not having that many gigs.
Well, it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. It requires a lot of sacrifice, sometimes a lot of monetary sacrifice. I mean, a lot of times we go on tour, even in our past, and after 3 months of working very hard, 70 shows or so, come home with zero or a little money because we have to invest to make it happen. We live on an island. Just to get the band here alone cost us nearly $10,000, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we have a lot of disadvantages in that way. We have to buy work permits each year just to come to the US and play.
Right.
So our costs are very, very high. But, the thing about passion is that no matter what the circumstances, when you have a love for something, you will do it, unequivocally. Like, a lot of the artists you see out there, they're doing it. And they love it only because they're famous and wealthy.
Right.
But if you take away the fame and the money, probably they would have opened a gas station instead or something. So, right now, blessed are the poor. Right now, we experience this living, not to be poor or rich in spirit, but meaning to just not even have any material things sometimes. Should I say?
Right.
And I'm not ashamed to say, a lot of times when, there are times when I have money, there's times I don't have no money.
Right.
And money comes and goes, and I'm still the same man. And this is what we want people to remember and recall. You have a lot and you can share. If you have a little bit and you can't give something physical, you can still give a blessing.
Right.
You can still share a good thought, a good positive wish, a prayer, anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't want the tail to walk the lion. The material world is a tail.
Right.
The lion is the lion, yeah. So the material world, we manipulate that. It doesn't manipulate us.
Man, I am so glad to hear you say that. In a lot of my interviews, especially with the hip-hop artists and mainstream artists and those trying to break into the industry, I pose a particular question to them, and it goes like this. I say, with all the money being made in mainstream music, and with the images that it takes to portray that and keep it going, after we make a certain amount of money, are we going to use those finances to put ourselves out and change the message? And a very established artist had to let me know. He said, Shannon, I don't think that the artists are going to go in that direction because they want more and more money. They got to maintain that lifestyle. And my heart was made sad.
Right, but you see, here's the problem, right? It's not a question of money, or how much. It's how it's being utilized, right? So it's one thing to say, I'm going to give my 20 brethren $1 million, right? Mm-hmm. Or to take 20 million and build a school.
Right.
See? So this is what I'm talking about now. This is why we are the roots, because we have to examine things from the roots, from the origination, the foundation, you see me? Right. Because if we don't do this as Rasta, we're going to get caught up in the whirlwind of the technology and the misadvancement of mankind and how they use this technology, you know what I mean? Like, we have to be in control of it. Right now when I look out and I drive through even the beautiful parts here in Colorado and in California, I wonder why the whole world can't just be nice. Everybody could have a small, nice little house. There's no need for slums, no need for starvation. People who are ill, we can take care of them. There's enough to do everything we need. So me, I say you have nurses and caretakers out of jobs. You have old people and indigent without people to care for them.
Right.
In the same way I say, one man, John over here so lonely and Mary lonely. And the two of them could just get together and don't be lonely. Right. So it's by when we join up all of these things, now you'll start to see more clearly what is it about, Like when I go on stage now, as opposed to, this last tour we played in Monterey, where we first started touring in California. And, it was really a spiritual awakening for Eiht. The first time we played that show, we're still full up of energy and spirit, but it was a totally different, more immature approach to the show. What I mean by that is that, I'm out there focusing very much on what to sing, how to, vibes up the crowd, and how to, do that stage show vibe.
Right.
Whereas now, our show is much more spiritual, you know, like even before going on stage, I'm feeling that telepathic connection to everybody in the audience and their families. It might sound strange to you. See? Yeah, because you in the audience and me and you meditate and you're thinking of your child. My meditation goes towards the love of your child too, you know.
Right.
See, so this is the beauty, the exponential growth of connection, and not just the people inside the festival anymore, which I never even understood that before, you know, when I first started tour.
Wow.
So I can play a show, and that show can resound in someone's soul for years, and even in them play our CD for their children, and their children love it, and 10 years from now, their kids come to the show and go, oh, I've been listening to you since I was a kid, you know?
Right.
Like, we're just learning about these things now, you know, and within that takes away the fame and the you know, the whatever that comes, you know, all of that fanfare and money thing and whatever that comes with this side of life, you see what I said? Because after in it for a long haul, you still have to keep the passion without the newness.
Right.
You know what I mean? You still have to come out there and give your all and be just like it is your first show.
Right.
But you're transmitting it on a whole different plane than, you know?
Right.
Than before. And you as the artist are supposed to change, you know? I mean, any artist that can go out there and connect to people so much on so many different stages and spiritually stagnated is a problem for them. And very soon the people won't even like their music.
Wow. Wow. So a difference...
You know, and if you check it, you know, the whole vibe. Sometimes we play at shows and it's a small amount of people. But there's no show you're going to ever play where you're not going to really play the proper show. You know what I mean? Like, it's only 50 people, so let's just play half the set, or let's play the songs half as long.
Right.
You know, so you still have to give it all, like, you're at the biggest show of your life, every single show. And then in that way, you know, the people, the power that's in, you know, each individual in there resounds even harder throughout.
Hey, that is what truly separates average, you know, stage performer, artist versus someone who has a career at it and a true passion.
Yeah, well, and again, you know, it depends on what what the man's goal is in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, a lot of people, they do things strictly to get whatever, you know, I don't know what it is. Man have different goals in life. Like, right. I like being to take care of my family and friends. In every way, you know, whether it requires finances, my own personal spiritual energy or whatever. That's like my big thing in life. So I work towards that, and even though my job takes me away from them sometimes, you know, it's still, that's always there. That's unwavering, you know what I mean?
How are you balancing family life and travel?
Spiritually. Balancing spiritually, you know, because like, look how the whole earth is balanced. So I can't complain over my little few responsibilities when Jah control everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody back home is supportive and holding it down while you're out on the road?
Well, it get more alright, because we have Skype. And before it wasn't as easy. I mean, now I can still, you know, I can hail up my youths them on Skype and, you know, my queen. You know, I can do things in that way. I can communicate with my mother and my family back home and my friends, you know, in that way. Okay. But of course, you're still away, and it's not the same exactly. You know, like I don't get to hug up my little baby son or them things, but you know, one day he'll grow to understand what I'm doing and why I was away all this time. Right. So as far as musicianship, you got any new cool chops you learned, or any new cool tricks music-wise you got going? Music-wise, boy, always so infinite. Sometimes it's not even. It's more about like less is more. You know, it just allow it to flow in you. Right. You know, because the more side is the best musician. You know. Right. So it's really just you just allow yourself, you know, put yourself in the realms of the creator, while recording, while performing, you know, I mean, everything you do really you should. But certainly when you do it in that way, then, you know, you do even think you listen back to the recording and say, hold on, who played that? You know what I mean? So, you know, like even yesterday we were in the studio, recorded that track. And, you know, just, and for one of the tracks, we just caught magic on the guitar, magic on the org, you know? Right. It's always good talking to you. Likewise, you're one of the better. Sometimes the interview can be sort of methodical and robotic, but we're talking to you is more like a nice conversation.
We're like friends that haven't met face to face
exactly.
yet.
That's our whole reasoning.
Well, tell everybody I said hey, and I see y'all when you touch down on this side.
I definitely will do that.
Blessed love.
Blessed love, Sean. One love.
Bye-bye.